Yo, what's up, y'all? How's it going? We are here earlier than normal, um, on account of YouTube telling me that that's a thing that I should do. Hey Val, thanks for being here. Hi Dell, thank you for being here. Okay, so today on the agenda is to go over the Kino sale that's ending this weekend. Thought I'd go ahead and get ahead of that. And then continue on our journey, catching me up on my letterboxd. I've been in work mode all day, working on a special project, so we're doing the thing. I got up early today. I was up at like 9, just fucking insane for me. Um, I've just been working all day, doing shit, you know. So, yeah, I see that we have 8 people here, which is pretty good for like right at the beginning of the stream. So if you are here, please say hi. Please say hi to each other. Ask me any questions if you want. Type whatever you want. Thank you, Val. I really have. I made lunch. I started doing the dishes. I didn't finish doing the dishes, but I started it. So, you know, we're out here. I just put this lipstick on, so I'm like, I want to drink water, but I don't want to fuck it up. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna learn together. I don't think I messed it up. I think we're good. Okay. What's going on, team? How are y'all doing? How's everybody feeling? What's everybody been up to today? Oh, I just remembered our regular Jeff is not going to be here today because he's at the Horathon, which I went to last year. I thought about going to this year, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I mean, I can't really afford it, and I don't really have the time right now, but like sitting in those uncomfortable ass fucking chairs for 24 hours straight, it's really brutal. And like I also need food. I don't know, like that sounds so like, oh wow, you're so special, you need food. But like I don't know, some people are can just I guess power through that and like not eat for a full day, or just subside off of like popcorn or some shit. Um, I'm not able to do that at all. I tried packing food last year and it still didn't go as well as I wanted it to. I what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. I just had to leave at a certain point to go get food, and I had to like take breaks to like walk around, and like I had to leave to like sleep in my car for a bit. Like it's just it was fun last year, but it's grueling. Grueling is a really good word for it. Like I don't have the constitution for that sort of thing, I think. I think I could probably do 12 hours if I packed the right food. Um, but 24 is a lot. Reading Robbie says, "Hi, I'm in Texas and it is rainy here today, so I've been lazy at just watching movies all day. Weapons was the first, Rocky Horror is next." That sounds dope. Watching movies all day on a rainy day? That sounds amazing. Like, that's a dream right there. That's like all I want to do. Um, okay. Well, I guess let's go ahead and take a look at our screen here. See what we got going on. Yeah, let me close out a couple tabs. This is my streaming screen. Don't want anything scandalous on there. Okay. All right, so we got this fall sale going on. I guess feel free to call out any titles that you see that you think are um, worth a look. I'm not gonna buy anything because I have like negative money right now. My fucking I had to re-up my car insurance yesterday, so I had to buy 6 months worth of a policy. Let's just say I didn't have that in my checking account, so I had to pull it from elsewhere. And yeah, I'll just pay myself back eventually. But yeah, I have like negative money right now, so we're definitely not shopping. Um, but I thought I'd go over it and offer some recommendations, and we could have a lovely, productive, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Constructive, maybe? I don't know. Healthy dialogue in the chat, you know? Abraham Lincoln, D.W. Griffith. I'm sure he has really cool and chill things to say about this. I'm laying down with Phineas right now and he just started snoring really loud. I can't hear him, so I guess it's not like obnoxiously loud, but I also believe you. Abraham Lincoln includes an introduction to the birth of a nation. Awesome. Featuring D.W. Griffith and Walter Houston, filmed during production of Abraham Lincoln. I was like gonna make a more I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt on a couple more uh degrees of separation from that, but made at the same time. So Klan propaganda and a movie about our boy Abe Lincoln at the same time. I'm sure that that has awesome, chill, cool things to say. Returning to the historic era of his greatest success, Griffith paid homage to the 16th president in this moving drama starring Walter Houston from The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, which is a great movie that came out, I think, like 15 years after this. Focusing on Lincoln's personal tragedies as well as his great accomplishments, Griffith's film depicts the American icon with a sensitivity and grace rivaled only by John Forger's young Mr. Lincoln. Hmm. Which accomplishments? Which accomplishments, buddy? Please note this Blu-ray does not include the struggle that is on the DVD edition. Man, the Hitler particles on this are off the charts. Why isn't the struggle included? That's unfortunate. I mean, even if it's not in good quality, just put it on there. I guess it's a rights thing, right? I received a few Kino titles as a gift, but otherwise skipping the sale myself. What did you get? I'm curious. A movie about Lincoln sounds like an ill-fitting suit for Griffith. It sure does. It sure does. Say what you want about Steven Spielberg, but at least he didn't make his Lincoln movie in conjunction with Klan propaganda. 1,000 convicts and a woman. That sounds fun. To the warden's daughter, prison was a giant. To the warden's daughter, there should be a comma there. To the warden's daughter, prison was a giant playpen, a cage full of men to take, to break, or play with any way she wished. This is my kind of movie. Brooklyn and DC Cab. I don't know either of those. So let's. I don't know if they're going to be showing up on the sale. Do you mean Crooklyn? Because I know that one. Spike Lee. DC Cab. Oh, okay. Oh, from Joel Schumacher. The Auteur. Extravaganza. Director of St. Elmo's Fire, The Lost Boys, Flatliners, Falling Down the Clyde, A Time to Kill. You're forgetting one. Batman and Robin, obviously. And Batman Forever. It's action-packed comedy about comes as action-packed comedy about the misadventures of a group of streetwise cabbies. Oh, Bill Maher is in it. Awesome. If you want a recommendation, the A Bit Fruity podcast did an episode on Bill Maher that dropped today that was really good. I feel like somebody else was shitting. Oh, Big Joel had a video on Bill Maher that was really good too. He's been catching a lot of heat for being a bad, repulsive human being, but you know, it is what it is. Yes, Crooklyn, damn autocorrect, DC Cab is goofy 80s fun. I bet. Yeah, Val is really good, right? He's the worst. I hate him. He's like the most smug man alive. I think the Where There's Woke podcast just did a few episodes on him too. So he's just been catching it from all angles right now. Well, just the one angle, I guess, from the left, but she's the warden's daughter and the torch to 1,000 explosive desires. After schooling in America, blonde nymphomaniac Angela Thorne is back in swinging England with only two things on her mind: fun and games. Okay. But the Greyborn prison, governed by her strict father, is Angela's home. It's her home? They live at the prison? That's not a thing, right? I'm not like fundamentally misunderstanding what a prison warden's job is. Like he doesn't live at the prison with his family. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, so the insatiable young lady embarks on an outrageous sexual odyssey by seducing both the prison guards and the hardened inmates right under the upturned nose of her dad. Okay, produced under the title Fun and Games by director Ray Austin. 1,000 Convicts and a Woman is 70s British sexploitation at its cheekiest. 18-minute featurette, audio commentary by Alexandra Hay, biographer. This looks like fun. I would buy this. We're going to add this to my Phantom cart if I was shopping. I don't think that's a thing, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's look it up. We're learning together. Do prison wardens live on site? No. Most modern prison wardens do not live on site, but historically some, like the warden of Alcatraz, did live with their families at the prison. Okay. Today, most wardens live off-site in a private residence, although some correctional staff may live in housing provided by the prison system. Okay. So it's a thing that conceivably could happen. We're not making it up for the movie. That's nice. Um. Ooh. This is what I think it is. It's really good. Yeah, 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 yeah. This movie's really good. The Adventures of Prince Ahmed, directed by Lotte Reiniger. Um, Milestone Cinematheque. Nice. So maybe this will explain it better than me. Let's see. When The Adventures of Prince Ahmed premiered to German audiences in 1926, it was hailed as the first full-length animated film, taken from the tales known as the Arabian Nights. Hold on. Ugh, allergies again. Um, The film tells a story of a young prince tricked by a wicked sorcerer into mounting a magical flying horse for a direct course to his own demise, soaring headlong into a series of wondrous adventures and joining forces with the likes of Aladdin and a fabled witch. The prince evades his fate by saving a beautiful princess and doing battle with the sorcerer's army of monsters. This cinematic treasure has been beautifully restored with color tinting and a new orchestral recording of the magnificent original score by Wolfgang Zeller. Okay, and it has a bunch of short films too. Awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 short films. I mean, you're getting your money's worth on this one. And I'm trying to describe how it's like all shadow work. Um, I think that these are public domain. I might be able to get away with playing you one of her films on stream. Um, I don't see a whole. Well, actually, yeah, there are some. Here it is. We're not going to watch the whole thing together, but I do want to sort of show you what this looks like. So you get an idea. Yeah, so it's like I watched a whole documentary about her and like how she does this. Um, but essentially like it's paper cutouts that are like totally blacked out, and then like I don't know, man. I'm like talking out of my ass. I don't know how this actually works. But like the imagery is really sick. The problem that I had when I was watching these films on the Criterion channel, because there were a bunch of them that were uh there was a bundle of her films, and I was trying to go through all of them because a lot of them were short films. So I was like, oh, that'll be easy for me to just go through all of them. However, the pacing on these things is like super brutal. So like um I don't know, yeah, it is kind of tough to actually sit through one of these, but I think actually this would be really cool to just have on the projector while doing drugs. I think it would look really sick. And I mean from like a technical standpoint, it's like really incredible, right? Let's see if I can uh shadow puppets animation technique. We're gonna learn together. Silhouette animation, that's the word I was looking for, silhouettes, which involves creating scenes and characters with cutouts that are animated frame by frame under a camera. To add depth, she invented a multi-plane camera system called a trick table, which allowed her to layer backgrounds and create movement and parallax. Her puppets were made from materials like sheet lead and cardboard, hinged at the joints for a wide range of motion. Yeah, so she had to like invent a new like camera plate system and everything, which I think is fairly admirable. Watching these on shrooms would be interesting. That's what I'm saying. Like if you need shrooms viewing, nature videos, and this shit, I think would be really good. I left my phone over there, so I'm gonna go grab it for a second and leave you with this film. Something went off on my phone, and it's about the rat hole in Chicago. So that's fun. While we're here, I'm going to go ahead and plug my stream on a few Discord servers so we can hopefully get some more folks in here to hang out with us. That's the wrong app. I'm just going to plug it here. Uh, all right. Silhouette art sounds like it takes forever to film. Yeah, I bet it does. But like animation in general, that's like a thing that's gonna take you like a year to do, right? Like any amount of it. Anyway, that's probably enough of this. Hopefully we don't get a copyright thing for this, but like it's literally on YouTube. I don't know what you want me to do. Um, okay. Anyway, that's all to say I recommend it. So I bet the visuals are better on that than they are on the YouTube rips. Did you hear the Richmond gun hole is getting preserved by the Valentine Museum, I think. I don't know. I don't remember what the Richmond gun hole is. Although I guess I can kind of figure it out, but I'm going to Google it anyway. Gun hole. Yep. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. A new version has been carved out. The original indentation's origin is a mystery, with one popular theory being that a water gun was placed there in the 1990s. The gun hole is now part of an exhibit at the Valentine Museum. Wow, there's a lot there that I don't understand. I don't know what a Valentine Museum is. Um, let me click on the news article, I guess. The Valentine, a museum in Richmond dedicated to preserving the city's history. Wow. Val, I guess you were meant to live here. announced that it will soon be adding several new items to its rotating This is Richmond, Virginia exhibition. I mean, okay, whatever. I'm being petty. That's like the whole thing, though, right? Including the Richmond gun hole. Okay. Okay, I see the gun hole. The original post says, "What if we kissed at the Richmond gun hole?" Interesting. I see. It's like a slice of. This is ridiculous. I have to share this too. Look at this shit. uh, in the end, the city chose to put an end to the gun hole by replacing the entire sidewalk. It's absurd. And though it was broken during excavation, the Valentine was able to get its hands on a substantial piece of it. Can't even get the. I like that it's literally just like a slice of pie. I think that that's delightful. I want pie now. Fuck. Okay. We're never gonna get through this at this rate. Let's just keep on going. We're going 30 minutes and I'm still into ALs. Um, Alien Terror. That sounds fun. Um, and Soon the Darkness. This movie is really good, but it is on a double feature on 4K that they put out that might show up later. So I don't recommend getting this. I recommend getting that because the B-side feature on it is also really good. But this is just a really good movie that you should watch. The Annihilation of Fish. Oh shit. Shit. This is the Charles Burnett film that was just restored. It's got an audio commentary with him on it too. The Final Insult. I'm pretty sure I've watched this and it's really good. Um, I talk about him all the time, but Charles Burnett is one of my favorite filmmakers ever. James Earl Jones and Margot Kidder is in this too. Sheesh. I'm gonna add that to my Phantom cart. They have the Bugs triple feature on DVD. Um, Archangel is the one that I recommend all the time. It's a Guy Madden film. Um, big fan of our boy Guy Madden. He is a weirdo feminist king. We love him. Making weird ass films that belong 100 years ago, you know? Um, he makes like contemporary silent films. Well, 1990, contemporary in terms of the long arc of history compared to, 1920s shit or whatever. That would also go in the Phantom cart. This is a problem. We're not even done with A, and I already have 3 things in my cart. Not great. Yo, how many films are in this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 films for $10? I mean, that seems like a pretty good deal to me. I don't know anything about this, but it looks interesting. Um, Babylon is screening in Richmond on Wednesday, but I'm seeing Magdalena Bay in Norfolk, so I can't go, unfortunately. Arthur Dong's LGBT stories. Oh, so Asian American stories and LGBT stories coming out under fire, license to kill, family fundamentals out. Outrage. That's good. That's clever. Another 4 films. Not bad. The Balcony I did not care for. I thought that this was kind of boring and pointless, to be honest with you. I love the Mae West stuff, but behind me you can see my indicator box set of her films, which I recommend instead of any of these. You're gonna get a nicer box. You're gonna get a better price. Unless you just love one of her films, in which case you should probably just like get that, right? Black Sabbath. Jeff told me earlier that this was the first film that played at the Horrorthon today. So that's fun. Here's something I'm gonna say a lot because it is the problem with the Kino sales is that like this film here, Blue, I would really like, but there is a version that I believe the BFI put out that is better. Basically, if anybody else has put out the same film, it's going to be better. Like Kino is your budget option, essentially. You know, they're definitely quantity over quality, which is admirable in terms of getting as many films preserved and out there as possible. Brokeback Mountain, I would definitely want this now that I've seen it, and it's one of my favorite films of all time. Um, New audio commentary by film historian writer Julie Kurgo. Um, Making of, interviews, featurette, featurette, feature. Okay, so only one new feature on this. I mean, it's something. Um, yeah, I should have a short going up of my review of this shortly. Bug is also excellent. I would get that if I had unlimited money. Um, Bug is a really cool film by William Friedkin about deranged conspiracy theorists who now make up the plurality of our electorate. So that's awesome for all of us. Um, Cinema's First Nasty Women. I would like to get that at some point, but um, it's not exactly high on my priority list. Cocaine Fiends. I am a fan of these Golden Age of Exploitation stats. I have a bunch of them. Crybaby is excellent, and this actually is probably the best release of it that's out there. Bug is underrated. I really, really, really like that movie. Um, it's very. I think it is actually based off of a play. You can tell it's very stagey. It's like maybe one or two locations in the whole thing, but yeah, it's awesome. Crybaby, John Waters. We love John Waters. Allergies again. What can you do? Brand new HD Master Director's Cut. Okay, so the theatrical cut has the 4K. A new audio commentary by John Waters. That's really cool. Because um I've seen the original Blu-ray version and pretty sure he did a commentary on that. So a new one is cool. Brand new HD Master Director's Cut from a 4K scan of the 35 theatrical cut. 4K scan of the director's interpositive, 7 minutes, and upres of the SD master for the additional missing parts. I don't know. I guess it's 7 minutes of footage that they pulled from the interpositive, is what they're trying to say there. I forgot I also got Crybaby, but the Blu-ray version. The Kino release though, still, I'm assuming. Yeah. Because I think somebody else did this. I think it was just the studio disc originally. Let me double check that. Yeah, Universal. Okay. So I am assuming you got the Kino version. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, nice. This is a really cool documentary I've been meaning to see. It's about a bunch of old silent films that were found like frozen in ice, which like a lot of silent cinema has been lost to time. So it's a documentary about that. I'm wanting to see it. Death Wish, I am not a fan of those movies. Diabolic trilogy. These are not. Okay, yeah, they're not. Okay, different from Danger Diabolic, the Mario Bava film. Oh, are these contemporary? I see. Okay, that makes sense. Mm, mm. There's a million of these film noir box sets that you can acquire if you so choose. A Fistful of Dynamite is really good. It's a shame that they never ended up upgrading that. But in any case, the film's really good, and now you can get a slipcover if that's something that you care about. I bought this a while ago. I think I still have it. I'm pretty sure. For men only, school for sex. Is this part of the thing? It's not. Retro adult entertainment from a slightly more innocent era. Glamour loops and 8mm stag reels. That's pretty interesting. I don't know how many of those I've really seen in general, but also just seen put out on disc. Before becoming the director of some of British cinema's most gruesome horror films, such as Frightmare, Schizo, and The Flesh and Blood Show, Pete Walker was a pioneer of the distinctively British sexploitation genre known as slap and tickle. Okay, I learned something new today. I don't know what that is. As the codes of censorship began to relax in the mid 1960s, Walker was among the few enterprising filmmakers brazen enough to cater to the public's appetite for sexploitation. First as a burlesque club comedian, then as a producer of 8mm stag films for the collector's market. Eventually, Walker made the transition to theatrical films, and his longest tumultuous career as a director was set in motion. Extended short for Men only explores the naughty goings-on behind the scenes of the Puritan Magazine Group, a family-friendly publishing company that hides a tantalizing secret. In School for Sex, smash hit and appeared on the screens in London's West End. A wealthy playboy opens a finishing school for devious young women. This edition presents the standard UK cut, as well as a more explicit nude scenes intended for release in more sexually liberated markets. These are probably really boring, but it sounds fun in concept. Does it actually have? Yeah, it does. Glamour Loops, rare black and white nudie films made by Pete Walker. Cool. And Elijah Drenner's on this, who, if you don't know, works with Vinegar Syndrome a lot. The documentary filmmaker, also runs Decanalog, that label. So it's a cool release. I was gonna say, when did it come out? But that's okay. Hella of these um, exploitation releases. The Lash of the Penitentes is one of the most insane things I've ever seen, and I highly recommend that. It's a sort of like pseudo it's a documentary, but it also has like dramatic elements that like it's a fictional film, but it like incorporates documentary footage of this like really insane Christian sect that like crucifies and whips themselves and all this other insane shit. So it's got a really good audio commentary on it too. It's a good one. Force of Evil is awesome. If you're into film noir, you should definitely check that out. These Hitchcock films are kind of boring, but they're, for posterity. If you need to have every Hitchcock film, you should get this set because that'll be a cost-effective way to get closer to that. Hunchback of Notre Dame. I actually watched this the other night. We'll see what's on this. I really like this cover art. Like, that's a great image. Um, Hunchback of Notre Dame is a $1 million super production of Victor Hugo's famous novel presented in a 4K restoration by Universal Pictures. Now, from what I was looking into, anything like original or even on 35mm of this doesn't exist. And so they had to scan it from like a personal, like for home use 16mm print. So it's not ideal. It doesn't look great, but it is a vibe. I will say the like scratched to shit fucking print and everything. I do like the way that that looks, but it's also pretty rough, you know. From what I understand, slap and tickle is basically a fetish genre that may or may not include nudity. Well, let's look it up. Tickle films. Slap and tickle refers to a playful teasing physical interaction or a specific type of historical European erotic film that is often characterized by slapstick comedy and mild sexual themes. I see. So they're kind of like comedies and like very lightly lightly sort of erotic. um Okay, is a $1 million super production of Victor Hugo's famous novel presented in okay, I already said that. The epic adaptation recreated the Paris of 1482, complete with its own Notre Dame, and it established Lon Chaney as a monstrously sympathetic superstar. From what I understand, he was already pretty popular before this, and like that's why they cast him for this. But you know, Chaney stars as Quasimodo, the mocked and vilified bell ringer of Notre Dame, who selflessly protects the star-crossed street performer Esmeralda, who is in an ill-fated love affair with the dashing Captain Phoebus. Chaney created the legendary makeup himself and gave a performance of enormous sensitivity and pathos, launching him into Hollywood immortality. Audio commentary from Farron Smith Nemi, Life in Hollywood newsreel, home movie footage of Lon Chaney, music. So not as stacked as I would love to see this. But the film is good. I mean, it's on YouTube if you just want to watch it. It's really beautiful. Like, yeah, they did some insane set work on this, and a lot of extras and stuff like that. There's some pretty sad scenes in this too. Like, it's a kind of a bummer film, but yeah. Icy breasts. I'm into that. I think Is Paris Burning and Paris is Burning would be a fun double feature. Just as a bit, I actually have no idea if the films itself would go well together at all. This looks like Nazi shit, so maybe it wouldn't go that well. It's a World War II movie. Yeah. It would be a funny gag that would wear off as soon as you actually had to sit there and watch. I mean, maybe they're both really good films, and in that way, they would be a good double feature, but like, yeah, I don't think it would actually work. Um, the Jewish Soul Classics of Yiddish Cinema. I keep wanting to get this too, and it's like pretty cheap. The thing is, I feel like these are the type of films. It's the same thing with the Nasty Women box set and like a lot of these like classic silent sort of sets. Is that this is kind of homework. Like I don't know how entertaining these films are going to be. They might be interesting and they might be um they're probably I mean they're certainly worth engaging with, but like I mean there's hella audio commentaries on this, which is cool. Looks like one guy mostly. And then there's a booklet, which is really nice. I mean, $15 is like a really good price for this. So I since it doesn't matter, I would put this in my Phantom cart as well. Um, Little Man, What Now? Shout out Morrissey. Losing Ground. This movie is great. You should get that. The Lost Weekend is also amazing, but I find it hard to believe that they're not going to upgrade that at some point. So if that's something that is of concern to you, maybe hold off. Maniac is a good film. It's a classic exploitation sort of deal. So perverse that it continues to shock and offend viewers 90 years after its release. I mean, maybe relax. It's not that incendiary or crazy, but maybe I'm forgetting. Maybe it actually is. I kind of don't remember too much about what's actually in this. Deranged retelling of Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat in the guise of an educational film on mental illness, this no-budget thriller by self-taught filmmakers has a widely fragmented style. Its intrusive use of title scrolls, stock footage, and gratuitous nudity make it one of the first true underground films, with a gruesome wink at the eyeball-slicing scene of Un Chien Andalou. Neat. Yeah, I think actually there was some kind of rough material in this, if I'm remembering correctly. I feel like it shocks today in that you're shocked that something this old would contain stuff like that in it. Like, it's not going to be worse than, like, I don't know, Requiem for a Dream or something like that. But, like, 4 short films, which is really cool. Audio commentary. Nice. By Brett Wood. That's excellent. Nice. I think he wrote some really good books on this subject. Well, I'm not adding too many more things into my cart, so I guess the A's were just the A list, so to speak. Full of bangers, Nosferatu. You may have heard of it. I recommend the Eureka release over this. The Nun is a movie that I like a lot that I want to rewatch. So I'll probably have to do that at some point. Let's add it to my fun cart, actually. Odds Against Tomorrow, this movie rules. I would add that to my cart. New audio commentary by Alan K. Rode. I mean, that's it. That's unfortunate. It's a really good film. I want to see Orca, the killer whale. I need to see that. I need to see Outrage. 1, 2, 3 is one of the better Billy Wilder films. It's one of the most fast-paced films I've ever seen in my life. Like, that shit is crazy. More Lon Chaney, if that's your deal. Phantom of the Opera. It's a good one. Pioneers of African American Cinema. Yeah, that's something that I would 100% want to get at some point. $40 is more than I am able to pay. It's worth it for sure. There's some really good films on here too. Like, this one is also kind of in the homework category, but like there's also some really good stuff in here. So maybe it's not. Maybe I would go through this and just straight up enjoy it like regular style and not just like academically, You should probably get Nosferatu. I only have a grainy public domain DVD I bought at Dollar Tree years ago. Yeah. Yeah, let me see. Does this one have the audio commentary on it? Because if it does, I'll go ahead and recommend it. And if not, then I'm going to insist that you get the Eureka one. Assuming you have a region-free player, in which case it's kind of moot. It does not. Unfortunately. I don't know what it is that I can never remember this guy's name, but I'm going to pull it up. Nosferatu. Oh man, there's so many. You're region free? Okay, you should get it. I'm going to find it, and I'm going to put it in the chat. Oh, I mean, don't get that one. It's pulling up the Steelbook. Here we go. All right, I just put it in the chat. You should get that one. It is, um, it's got an excellent commentary on it, and it has a really good, David Callett is the name of the guy who does the. This has two commentaries on it. David Callett is in my like top 5 guys for audio commentaries. He is just unbelievable. He has like some of like every time I hear one of his commentaries, I'm like, well, that's one of the best commentaries I've ever heard. Yeah, there's way more special features on this, and they're really good. I went through all of them when I was sort of studying for my Nosferatu video and podcast appearance. So I recommend that. It also has a booklet, but I don't know if you're gonna still get the booklet because they stopped including them in anything other than first pressings, I think. Yeah, I mean, if you just care about the movie, like, yeah, this Kino is gonna be the budget option, but you know. What we got going on? What else? What else? Prophecy. Val. This was from the Horathon last year that I've been meaning to see. That has the apparently like insane fucking kill scene in it. So I'll need to watch that at some point. Although I can't rent it anymore. This is the whole story that I'm probably not going to tell here, but I canceled my subscription to 3D Blu-ray rental. And I guess we have kind of beef now. That sounds so stupid. I can't believe that's a real thing that I just said, but like, yeah, they kind of pulled some whack shit, and I'm not into it. Quatermass Experiment is really good. It's fun. I like it. The Queen, this movie is great. It's a documentary about a drag competition. That would be in my cart. I definitely need to see Prophecy. All right. All right. Yeah, I wanted to catch up with everything that I missed last year, and I just haven't done it yet. So that's unfortunate. This RKO Classic Adventures, I feel like they're never going to redo these sets and the classic romances, but they don't have subtitles on them, which is not great. But I mean, if they need to just reissue something with a slipcover, you know, go for it. Sabrina in 4K. That movie is amazing. I would definitely want that. Uh, the Sinful Nuns of Saint Valentine. Sinner: The Secret Diary of a Nymphomaniac. See, I like Kino because you can get really, really classic, academic, classy stuff on the same page as you get like bottom of the barrel fucking smut trash. Like, they're speaking to my sensibilities, you know, the two competing sides of my brain, I guess. Soundtrack to a coup d'etat. I've been meaning to see this. I didn't get around to it in my sort of Oscar run last year, but we got some Buster Keaton stuff. Shout out to my old robot vacuum that I don't have anymore, whose name was Duster Keaton. R.I.P. Stalic 17. I need to see that. Sudden Terror, aka Eyewitness. This is the other one that was in that 4K double feature that I was talking about. But I'm guessing maybe it's coming up later, but it's looking like that set is not on sale this time. So that's unfortunate. Taking a Pelham 123. It's a fucking banger. Movie is so good. Jafar Panahi's Taxi. This movie's really important. and really good. Is an Iranian filmmaker who makes films illegally on the down low. He keeps getting in trouble for them. I don't quite understand how that works. And he keeps like going to film festivals and being like, "Yep, I'm in trouble when I get back" or whatever. Like that's wild. Yeah, there's like no features on this, which is unfortunate. But this movie's really good. Um, yeah, he just kind of makes like protest films, and one of our most important contemporary filmmakers for sure. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Go back. Theater of Blood. I need to rewatch that because I couldn't stand it, but I think it was probably a me problem. Um, yeah, Abel Ferreira. This is in that Arrow box set of like the what do you call it? The Six Gothic Tales, the Edgar Allan Poe set. It's got that cat on it. This cat would be a great tattoo, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because I don't have any cat tattoos, which is kind of insane, and I need a cat tattoo. This would be a good candidate, is all I'm saying. Tower, this movie is really, really, really good. And it's only $6. I mean, that would definitely go in the cart. For $6, this is probably my top recommendation of the whole sale. Honestly, like you should fucking see this movie. August 1st, 1966 was the day our innocence was shattered. A sniper rode the elevator to the top floor of the iconic University of Texas Tower and opened fire, holding the campus hostage for 96 minutes in what was a previously unimaginable event. Tower combines archival footage with rotoscope animation of the dramatic day, based entirely on first-person testimonies from witnesses, heroes, and survivors in a seamless and suspenseful retelling of the unfolding tragedy. This film highlights the fear, confusion, and visceral realities that change the lives of those present and the rest of us forever. A day when the worst in one man brought out the best in so many others. Sounds kind of schmaltzy, but like, it's not really like that. It's like this really interesting, like, art house movie that like blends documentary and animation and like, just like really human storytelling, and it's pretty powerful stuff that stays with you. I wish I was placing an order just so I could get that. Twilight, not that Twilight, but I've heard that this is really good. Uh, see, even in their ones where they collaborate with the BFI release is better. So that sucks. Mm, mm, mm. The Werewolf of Washington. That sounds like fun. Sounds like a goofy, silly time. Okay, Frank Tarzi from fucking Kino Lorber. He said that they, I mean, I guess they already sold out. Okay, I'm talking about Witness for the Persecution, an amazing movie, or Prosecution, an amazing movie starring the Queen, Marlene Dietrich, directed by the GOAT, Billy Wilder. It's a great, great film. It's also got Charles Lawton in it, just like stacked. Um, and they reissued this just with a slipcover and like I think a remastered. I think it was like a new version, but people were like, "Hey man, why didn't this get a 4K?" He was like, "I just don't think it would sell that well." And I think that this won Best Picture, or it was like, I think it was nominated for. It's a big movie. And I was like, "No, that totally would have sold units. You should have done that." But I guess it sold out of the slips again, so seems like they should probably do it. But that's kind of what I'm waiting for, is for them or somebody to do it, because I feel like that's gonna happen. Okay, we just hit an hour. What I'm actually gonna do, I think, 'cause this has been a pretty slow stream, and I've been working all day, and I think I'm kind of done for today. I actually still need to go do some cat sitting. I'm not done working for the day. Um, and it's kind of nice that we're done early. So I think I'm gonna go see the cat, call it for today. But first, Yeah, I think I've earned myself a treat for myself, which is that I'm only going to do 1 hour instead of two. But first, I haven't checked their while supplies last sale in quite some time. So I'm going to see if there's anything there that I need before it goes away forever. Any last minute tips would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, the bills this month were really brutal. And I'm very broke. So anything would be appreciated. But in any case, let's see what we got going on. I don't recognize most of these titles. Oh shit. That was fast. I didn't think that that was actually gonna... Okay, thank you. To our favorite anonymous tipper. 25 bucks. I appreciate you. You're the best. You are the best. You've made Godzilla very happy, as always. You know, I was checking the stats on the donation page thing on the... I don't know. You can there's a leaderboard when you click on my link. And you're at the top. So let's run that shit back. Thank you, Dell. I appreciate the compliment. I hope it was a fun, entertaining stream. I didn't feel like I was on my A game tonight, but I do appreciate that. Thank you for being active in the chat and watching the whole time. I really do appreciate that a lot. Yeah, let's just go through these last couple things here. I bought this TV show forever ago because it was like $5, and I was like, sure, why not? God's gun? I guess God has a gun. So that's pretty cool. I feel like that would be brutal. God, you know. I mean, he can also like flood the earth, so he can do better than just a gun. Oh, Ingrid Bergman and Joan of Arc. I mean, I'd probably want to see that. Joan of Arc. 70th anniversary. 2018. 1948, Victor Fleming. Are there subtitles? It's unclear. I don't think there are. Hopefully they redo this one. Also, Adele, you also enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you. Oh, the Song of Songs, Marlene Dietrich is going out of print. Oh no. I hadn't seen this one yet, but I read about it in the book that I'm reading about her. Although it's been like a year since I've picked it up, so I don't know if I'm still reading it, but commentary and subtitles. If I was getting something, it would be this. And Tower, probably. But I don't know if that would be enough to make the shipping worth it. Wolf Lake. That sounds fun. Anyway. Okay, y'all. We did it. We out here doing the thing. You know what it is. I love you all. Thank you all for being lovely, active, wonderful people. Let me go back here. Yeah, I will see you next Saturday. I don't know what time I'll do it because it doesn't seem like this was like a... Thank you, Val. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching. It doesn't seem like there was a ton more people that were like seeing that this was happening or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe I just need to be more consistent about it. My hair looks really good, by the way. I'm just gonna say that. It looks really good. What was I saying? Maybe I need to be more, maybe people didn't realize that I was gonna be here early. And so if I do that more consistently, then people will know. I don't know. Hopefully that made sense. In any case, I'll see you at some point next week on Saturday, I think. Yeah, I don't think I have anything going on, so it should be fine. We're keeping it consistent, even if it's just another hour. We're doing the thing. And I see we're 80% to our tip goal, which is really cool. Okay, y'all. Thank you. Keep each other safe, be kind, and see you next time.